The Path, a horror story. At the edge of the village, there was an old, narrow path that cut through the forest. The villagers often mentioned this path during their conversations, but no one dared to cross it at night. Rumors surrounded the path, with some saying it was haunted and others claiming strange, unexplainable things happened there. The path connected the village to the main road leading to the next town. During the day, a few people would take the path, but as soon as the sun set, it became eerily deserted. Some whispered about a ghostly presence, while others spoke of an evil spirit lurking in the woods. One evening, a young villager named Sharad was sitting with his friends. Known for his courage and recklessness, Sharad laughed at the stories. "Fear exists only in the mind," he said dismissively. "There's no such thing as ghosts." His friends teased him. "Then why don't you walk the path at night and prove it?" Sharad, feeling challenged, declared, "I will. Tonight itself, I'll walk through that path and show you nothing happens." His friends chuckled, but Sharad was determined to prove his point. As night fell, Sharad grabbed a lantern and headed toward the path. The moonlight barely lit the dense forest, and shadows danced eerily among the trees. Ignoring his friends' warnings, Sharad reassured them, "I'll be back soon," and strode into the darkness. The path was ominous. The rustling leaves, the distant calls of nocturnal creatures, and the swaying branches created an unsettling atmosphere. Despite his growing unease, Sharad pressed on. Soon he came across an ancient banyan tree. Beneath it sat a figure draped in a white sari. Sharad raised his lantern, trying to see clearly, but in an instant, the figure vanished. His heart pounded, but he convinced himself it was a trick of the light. As he walked further, he heard footsteps behind him. Turning around, he found nothing but silence. The uneasiness grew stronger. He wanted to turn back, but it felt as though the path was pulling him deeper into its grasp. Sharad quickened his pace. Suddenly, he saw a woman sitting on the ground, sobbing. Her face was hidden, and her long hair flowed over her shoulders. Sharad hesitated, then asked, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" The woman stopped crying and slowly raised her face. Her eyes glowed a fiery red, and her face was twisted and grotesque. Sharad froze in terror, his scream caught in his throat. The figure lunged toward him, and everything went black. The villagers set out to find him. They followed the path into the forest, only to discover his lantern lying on the ground and his footprints abruptly ending near the banyan tree. Sharad was never seen again. The villagers, terrified, vowed never to walk the path at night. The incident only solidified the path's sinister reputation. To this day, those who dare venture near it claim to hear footsteps following them and the sound of a woman weeping, as though the spirit is waiting for her next victim.